Welcome back, guys. It's February still, cold, but the water temperature's come up a little bit. I'm out here fishing with my good buddy Joe Gentry, fellow wildlife biologist. But we'll see if we can get some good stuff on video for you guys today. Show you how it goes.
I thought you were struggling to cast it, though. Terrible. First fish of the day, nothing special, but we got rules here. We like to see who can catch the biggest fish, the first fish, and the most fish. So I'm up on Joe 1-0, but most importantly, that's the first fish. Right. The fact that I wouldn't hit that underspin though. Oh, Joe's in trouble now, guys. Joe's in big trouble. Number 2. Wintertime fish, man, so pretty. I'm just throwing a Cinco with some fleck in it. I'm doing it weightless because it's cold water. I like that slow drop.
Alright guys, I just want to jump in real quick and kind of give you a little background and thought process into why I'm fishing what I'm fishing today. The water temperature is about 50, 51 degrees. It's cloudy. We're fishing pre-front, which is one of my favorite times to fish. There's a storm coming in today. Hopefully get some fishing in before it rains too hard. But the fish bites usually start to pick up in front of those fronts. So I already told you I'm fishing the watermelon candy Sticko, the Bass Pro Shops. These things hold together really well. I'm not saying that the other ones don't work, but for the price, I'm not sponsored by anybody. I really enjoy these. I'm fishing the 5 3/8 size today, and I'm throwing it on a Gamakatsu 4-aught offset shank worm hook. And the idea here is to get a really slow fall because the water's cold, the fish are cold, the bait is cold. We want a really natural, slow presentation coming down the water. And in the springtime, when the crawfish are starting to come out, I like a little bit of red fleck, and I'll get into that a little bit further here in a second. But that's what I'm fishing right now. Let's keep going.
Oh, right at the boat. Those are my least favorite kinds. Joe's finally on the board. I'm proud of him. He's not on the board. You got some confidence now. Just got it swallowed. I bet I was freaking paddling. A better fish though. Number 4. Joe's on the board. I still have the biggest fish. Oh, it's a good fish. Much better fish. Lively though. We were side by side when we caught it in that same little hole. It is. Also, right on that point, pull this off of it this way and then throw it in the same spot. He hit it as soon as it hit the water. Number 6, 6-3.
All right, you guys notice right there, I talk about the fish being on the points. When you're out bass fishing in a pond, a lake, a river, wherever, you'll notice that fish are going to consistently be found in the same place on that day. So you try to put the pieces together. Today we found a lot of the bass were suspended in about 4 to 6 feet of water off of the points. That's where we caught probably 75% of our fish, and so we focus on that most of the day.
Just like that, Jay's back in the lead. Number 7.
So I think I was up like 6-3, and Joe switched over to a suspended stick bait, and I was pulling to the water, trying to cover more ground, trying to catch up, which is a pretty smart move. You're trying to catch fish faster. Covering ground is always a good way to go. He caught up pretty quick, but for whatever reason, today was the day of the Cinco, and we just crushed them. So I kept fishing the Cinco all day, and I fished it unweighted. Joe tried to fish it weighted for a little while just to try to cover more ground. But we found out that consistently we were catching more fish and we were catching better quality fish just on the natural Cinco color with no weight at all.
Oh, reeling it in, he hit it. Maybe hit the bottom. Maybe that was the bottom then. Oops. That was right where you just cast it twice. That was right where you just cast it twice, I feel like. No, I said that's right where you cast it twice. Number 8.
GoPro batteries died. It was a learning curve for me. It's the first time I've used the GoPros for a long period of time, and I figured out that I need to bring backup batteries. So unfortunately I didn't get a lot of fish on film today, but I did. You'll see here in a second, I hooked into a really nice fish, and Joe pulled out his phone and got as much of that on video as possible for you guys. And that bite was in about 6 to 8 feet of water on a really slow drop on the Cinco. Check it out.
Jay got a nice one on. Big one. See if he can land him.
Bro, that's a nice fish.
We're gonna have to get a weight on that one.
Dude. We were just talking about we never caught a big fish on this side of this pond. That might be a citation. £7, 14 ounces.
How much?
7 pounds, 14 ounces. I need to get a length on them, but I don't know if I have a tape.
I have a tape in that bag. In the inside. You're gonna have to go.
Up on the bank.
Yep.
They're rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Good times, man. Nice fish.
It's always fun to put a big bass on the end of a medium light rod. We fish it here a lot. This pond holds a ton of fish and it has a ton of trophy potential. So we try to manage it the best we can. I'll get into that in future videos on how we do that. But this fish actually was a citation. It was 2 ounces shy of citation by weight. It was 7 pounds, 14 ounces, and a 8-pound bass as a Virginia citation. But it did make the length requirement for citation, so I submitted that. Hopefully I'll get that in the mail here soon. But yeah, it was a great day fishing, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed it as much as we did. So one other thing I want to point out, I did fish a jig for a little while. I hit a lot of wood that was laying in the water. Some of it was touching the bottom, some of it wasn't. I was just trying to try different things out, trying to get into some bigger fish. And I didn't have a whole lot of success doing that, but I did in the deeper side of the water that had some rock on the bank. We fished that for a little while, and all I threw was a 1/4 ounce bitsy flip, and then on the back side of it I threw a red colored rage tail. But I like to bite these in half in the spring because I wanted a smaller presentation and less movement. The 1/4 ounce makes it fall real slow and nice. Out of the 25 bass that I caught today, I'd say I probably caught 5 of them on the jig, and the rest of them were on the Cinco. And Joe caught 23, and out of his 23 he probably caught, I don't know, 16 or 17 on the Cinco. So it was just a good day to be fishing the Cinco, and it was a lot of fun. I love catching the fish on a Cinco. It's a fun bite. I don't know why I like it so much, but it's fun to catch them, and hope it's fun to watch. Well, we got rained out, but not before we caught 47 fish. Unfortunately, my GoPro batteries died. It's the first time I've used the GoPro, and I thought they would last longer, but they didn't. But heading out, I just want to let you guys know I caught the first fish, I caught the most fish, and I caught the biggest fish. And I have to take advantage of these days because usually Joe outfishes me. So I appreciate him being a good sport. I'm not complaining a whole lot today, but I'll probably hear about it later. But more importantly, I hope you guys enjoy it. We'll see you on the next one.